What's going on, people? You just joined the Abomination. Appreciate y'all coming through, checking out this video. What we about to talk about today, Disney has taken on another one of his properties and decided let's do another soulless cash grab live action remake. It's gonna capitalize off of the nostalgia or the love that we have for these characters. Come in, give us your money. It's the same shit, okay? Just better technology, just modernized, just live action. So yeah, Lilo and Stitch about to get that live action treatment. We about to watch it die before our very eyes. Okay, now Lilo and Stitch is on my top 5 list of like favorite Disney movies. All right, period. All right, the story of the alien being created for destruction, being a terrible piece of shit. Okay, can't do anything right, and to see him being turned into to use his powers for good. Okay, with the influence of somebody else who was going through their own stuff, but through each other they made one another better. And now we have the great characters that we have now in Lilo and Stitch.
Touching you.
Touching me. She's touching me.
I'm not touching you.
You're touching me.
Not touching.
Touching me.
It's free air.
Would you?
Just the real life issues that we saw addressed from Lilo and Nani, and their family dying. How Nani had to kind of grow up to take care of her younger sister, to emotionally mature.
Why didn't you wait at the school? You were supposed to wait there! Lilo! Do you not understand? Do you want to be taken away? Answer me!
No!
No, you don't understand?
No!
No, what?
No!
Real quick, unexpectedly, and just to see that journey, just seeing them deal with that shit was beautiful. Okay, but I'm pretty sure in this live action remake we gonna find some way to make Nani gay, because did she really commit to David or whatnot, the man who was simping his heart out, but he was there, he was showing that he really cared about Nani, and her sister was an extension of her, so he was there for Lilo, helping them to deal with Stitch. Are they going to try to make Lilo gay? I doubt it, because she's going to be a kid, but then again, we talking about Disney, they grooming and whatnot, but she was crushing on Keone in the series. Instead of using this opportunity to expand upon, let's say, the other stuff to come out from Lilo and Stitch, like the TV series, where her and Stitch are basically alien hunters, but they're not hunting, they're finding all of Stitch's cousins, the whole 600 and however many other creatures there are. They're finding their rightful place. We're not going to see that. They're just going to remake this story and talk about how these colored women we got are so less fortunate, that they don't have that white privilege that Myrtle has. I don't think we're going to really see that development or that struggle from them. They're just going to put their woes on or blame somebody else for their woes. Are we going to see Lilo beat up Myrtle multiple times like she did, because she was so unhinged and was dealing with her mental health issues? We've already seen Disney address these things. So, is there going to be some type of brown folks justice when she responds to Myrtle? Jumba and Pleakley. Jumba was the scientist, the mad scientist that created Stitch and all the other monstrosities. And Pleakley was the Earth expert that was sent down here to capture Stitch. Okay, but we find out Pleakley, which is, he's a male, but he's cross-dressing. Is there explanation that he's seeing Earth lifestyle now and all of the LGBT stuff? So he was like, ooh, fascinating. And he started cross-dressing and doing all that type of shit. Or is he full-on transitioning? He was like, fuck it, I'm about to transition to a human female. But I can bitch forever. Let's go ahead and get to that article. Let's hear, apparently they have their director or whoever's going to lead this project. Let's get into it. All right, Lilo and Stitch live action remake to be directed by Marcel the Shell with Shoes On filmmaker Chris Kalani. Bright is in final negotiations to pen the script. This article was written July 14, 2020. Anyway, This is the guy taking over. This is what we're working with. Or the next franchise, the next property that Disney is about to kill. Dean Fleischerkamp, the filmmaker behind Indie Darling, Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, is going Disney. The filmmaker will direct the live-action take on Lilo and Stitch, the 2002 animated movie from Walt Disney Feature Animation. Chris Bright is in final negotiations to pen the script. The move gets the project, which will be a tentpole feature for Disney Plus, back into the water. Stitch was first thrown into development back in 2018 with up-and-comer Mike Van Ways writing the screenplay. Dan Lin and Jonathan Eyrick of Rideback are producing. Rideback's Ryan Halpern is executive producing. I need some weird names. Probably it was weird to me. Anyway, the Hawaii-centric story told of the bond formed between a lonely human girl named Lilo and a dog-like alien named Stitch.
You sure it's a dog?
I think it might be a koala. An evil koala.
Wrong! He's koala-like. But anyway, it was engineered to be a force of destruction. Okay? Pursuing aliens, social workers, and the theme of family bonds figure into the proceedings. Pursuing aliens, social workers, and the theme of family bonds figure into the proceedings. While not a massive success by modern box office standards, the well-regarded movie was a bright spot in the down period of Disney's animation history and launched several direct-to-video sequels as well as television series. I wasn't mad at the series. I wasn't mad at the sequel because the sequel was, I think the first sequel was where they introduced the rest of his cousins. In the actual sequel, Stitch 2, Stitch Has a Glitch, was, let me look that up actually, but I think that came after Stitch the movie. All right, yeah, so the actual sequel came out later, but the movie that kind of led the spinoff or started the spinoff series where they're hunting down aliens or finding the alien cousins. Now, a lot of people use the argument of Disney has already come out with like these soulless cash grabs with these direct to DVD or video sequels and whatnot. But I totally disagree. That's not an argument because the sequels, especially Lion King 2, Simba's Pride, the Stitch series that we're talking about, with Stitch 2, Stitch Has a Glitch, and Stitch, the Stitch movie that spawned the television series of them capturing their alien cousins.
Aw, isn't he cute? He's got your style.
These sequels actually just expanded the lore. They didn't contradict anything that came before. They're just like, we're just trying to continue that story to give y'all more of what's going on, which I appreciate. Lion King 1.5 did that, but kind of taking advantage of what it does, like this fun, like comedy driven movie, but nonetheless it still kind of hit those same beats as the movie and just gave you something from a different perspective. Tarzan 2, I mean, that was weird because it was actually a prequel, but you know, it was a fun movie. We got to see Tarzan do more of his kid antics and kind of like contributions to him growing up and becoming the character that he is. So these direct-to-movie sequels are not always cash grabs. I do think they do what came before justice. They just, they just probably don't feel like people are invested or something. I don't know. But I would like to see remakes or these live-action whatevers. First of all, they shouldn't be live-action. It won't translate well. But I would like to actually see these newer Disney movies that are rehashes of the old ones actually do the old movies justice and to be made in the mind or addressing things that the sequels kind of brought to the franchise, if y'all know what I mean. Lilo is intended to be a live-action CG hybrid, a form that Fleischerkamp has a proven facility with. Marcel is a heartwarming tale centered on a snail on an adventure into the human world. The movie is one of the most acclaimed of the year. It has a 99% score on Rotten Tomatoes. And A24 is using a platform release to build word of mouth. It has one of the highest per screen averages and has made almost 1 million domestically on only 48 screens. Bright is a Hawaii-born and based scribe whose script Conviction made the blacklist. I don't know what any of that means, except he made something that validates him working on this movie now. But yeah, it's not going to be the same people. The folks in charge of Disney right now are all about pushing agenda. They don't care about what came before, only that they can use these names, these properties, these franchises that we love as a vehicle to drive their agenda down our throats, or their narratives down our throats. So whatever woke nonsense again that they trying to prove, the original Lilo and Stitch already disproves that, or presented it to us in some way, possibly. All right, as far as homosexuality, Nani had David, Lilo had Keone, and Stitch has fucking Angel. And Stitch has Angel. All right, hetero relationships all around. As far as mental health, we saw that with Nani and Lilo.
From now on.
I like you better as a sister than a mom.
Yeah?
And you like me better as a sister than a rabbit, right?
Oh. Yes. Yes, I do.
I hit Myrtle Edmonds today.
You hit her?
Before I bit her.
And we saw the good and the bad that came with it. Cobra Bubbles coming in trying to take Lilo to a certain degree, child services getting involved. These are real stories that we saw depicted.
You don't look like a social worker.
I'm a special classification.
Did you ever kill anyone?
We're getting off the subject. Let's talk about you. Are you happy?
And that's what Disney used to do. Present ideas like this, these hard to swallow pills in a kid-like vitamin flavorful fruity form. And those values, those ideas that kind of stuck with us, but Disney can't create currently, so there's nothing to look forward to. It's just unfortunate that this is about to happen, but it's to be expected. They've laid their cards on the table. We know what's going on, and they're not afraid of it. All right, gay gender all around, overrepresentation.
Our leadership over there has been so welcoming to my not at all secret gay agenda, and so I feel like I felt like it was, maybe it was that way in the past, but I guess something must have happened in the last, they're turning it around, they're going hard. And
fighting hard, or struggling for your goals or to meet your goals, even when things don't go right, just continuing on to fight and seeing them work out for you. Yeah, I doubt we actually see that in this movie. So that's all I got for you people. Go ahead and leave me a like or a dislike on that video. All right, if those buttons are not enough, leave me a comment down below. I enjoyed the conversation. Do you what are your top 5, top 3, whatever? What are your favorite Disney movies? Are you excited about this remake? Or are you just looking at another opportunity to laugh at Disney and capitalize on their success, such as the Rippaverse and what Mr. Eric July is doing? Leave those comments down below. Be as heinous as YouTube will allow. I don't delete anything, unless it's like spam or something, but I enjoy the conversation. And if you find any value in my opinion whatsoever and you want to hear more of my thoughts, I appreciate you. All right, go ahead and subscribe to the channel.
So I'm not sure I get you.
Give me a real fight!
You all right, boy?
Any of you guys read that chapter in The Art of War about misdirection?